certified that that the evidence on the trigger was a three-person mixture. Is that correct? If we go to page page 26 of your report.
That is for exhibit level 4, specimen ID 682Y23S019. 682Y23S019.
What was that?
The gun. That is a swabbing from the trigger and the trigger house of the piece.
That's the swabbing you don't have.
That is the swabbing from the trigger and the trigger house of the beast.
The one you don't have.
It was consumed during analysis.
Swabbing on the trigger and trigger house.
What did you say?
And he has confirmed that that's the swabbing that was consumed during the analysis.
Analysis knows what you want.
No.
What is it?
Now what I was asking him for, according to page 26 of your report, would I be correct to say that you established that that was a three-person mixture?
It's a mixed DNA profile of at least 3 donor contributors.
A mixed DNA profile, at least 3 donor contributors. And it's your evidence that you first establish or prefer to say you first establish if it is a mixture.
For all profiles, we do a visual examination to determine whether the profile is a mixed profile.
So you determine, the first thing you determine is if it's a mixed profile through a visual.
Yeah, we do a visual examination
Of the electropherogram.
of the electropherogram.
Shagama ibere ahantu bamwe benshi nagira ngo ekedi ikajoka mu kari shagama y'abantu bashatu. Three.
And then you also testify that you then transcribe that information in the table at page 45.
No, I do preliminary qualitative and quantitative analysis. Then at the end, we transfer qualitative, quantitative analysis, qualitative and quantitative analysis. And quantitative analysis and quantitative analysis. Quantitative analysis,
and then
I review the electropherogram again. So after several iterations of review,
So you're answering which question?
I then transcribe to the.
yeah, it was asked that
On the transcribing the table. So if we go to the table at page 45,
and you transcribe it to
the table at page 45.
the report.
Yes, that very color table. Can you identify where the sample ID for the trigger is?
You can see it is sample specimen 019.
So it's 6823 682Y 23 S019.
Yes.
This is where it is, which is number.
682Y 23 S019.
This
And it is that actual. Again, this is color gray. Is it marked gray?
Yep, 6823 S1.
Not true.
No, it's color gray. It's this one here, 682 019. It's the 8th from the bottom and the 19th from the top. The 8th from the bottom.
Yes,
If we do a quick scan through the electrophorograms there, do you see any which has more than 4 alleles? Not the electrophoregram results. Do you see any result that has more than 4 alleles?
I can find one.
Can you confirm that there is no location where you tested more than 4 alleles at 68223S01? Just at the table. Just stick to the table.
The table says that.
It says one is checked.
This is something different.
No. Let's just answer the question first. Can you confirm that on this table there is no allele, there is no location that has more than 4 alleles?
Yes, that's the error.
the table.
There is no location for sample 019 that has more than
No.
4, not 24.
For example, you are 682 way to 3
S01.
Which is the trigger and trigger house.
There is no location for that sample which shows
More than 4 alleles. So it is fair to say that on a visual examination of this particular table, it is giving us a 2-person mixture.
From that visual examination could as well be 3,000.
At least
2.
it's giving us an at least 2-person mixture.
giving you what?
It's giving us a mixture of at least 2 people.
Technically, how do you say?
At least 2 people. That is correct, Mr. Molina?
Yes, at least 2. That is from a qualitative perspective, visual inspection.
Okay.
2 people.
Yes. And if we go to page 42 of the electrophoregram, that is exhibit D5. Do you have a copy? This is page 42. Page 42 of the electrophoregram. Can you just confirm as well that on the electrophoregram for the trigger and trigger house, there is no location where there are more than 4 alleles?
Yes, visual inspection, my lord.
And then,
What? On the electrophoregram for the trigger and trigger house, there is no location that gives us more than 4 alleles.
That's correct, ma'am.
confirm that on a visual inspection,
The location that gives.
has more than 4 alleles.
Okay. Continue.
And you can confirm on visual inspection, that means that the trigger is is a mixture of at least 2 people.
Yes, I could make that judgment, at least 2 persons.
Okay. Now I want you to look at
But the trigger is.
the trigger and trigger house. This is DNA mixture of at least 2 people.
Okay. Continue.
I want you to look at the alleles still. Are you still at page 42? Do you see the location D3, which is a very fast location?
Yes.
I know that is just this very fast one. The very, very fast one up here, D3.
So what are we saying about that?
Can you confirm the alleles that are there at D3?
Okay, recalls here, 14, 15, 16. It's 14, 15.
At least
Yes.
the allele.
The alleles are?
14, 15, 16, and 17.
And 17.
Yes. That is 14, 15, 16, and 17. Those are these ones just here.
Yeah.
Now can you go back to the table? At page 45. And that is the table that table at page 45. Let me just see, is that the first location?
My lord, I cannot speak to that, but on the electrophotogram, it was omitted because of it has a big height of 313.
You testified is your base. Your base is 300.
Our threshold is at 300.
So it's above the threshold. It has a peak height of 313, which is above the threshold. Peak height, P-E-A-K.
313.
Peak S001. 682Y23 S001. S001.
It's 00. 001. Which is what?
Which is that swap from Henry Katanga. Now, when you look at that at Henry Katanga's profile, does he have a 17?
No.
So I'll be correct to say that 17 does not belong to Henry Katanga.
17 is one of the calls which is called by the system at peak height 313.
My question
Henry
is,
Katanga does not have a level called 17 at the
so yes, the answer is yes, Henry Katanga does not have a link called 17.
Allele. The whole.
Yes. So it
That's
does not.
Katanga's what?
Henry Katanga's DNA. Now, would I be correct to say the sample you used for Mole Katanga is 682Y23S004? The sample he used for Mole Katanga. Can you confirm that Mole Katanga does not have the allele number 17?
Mole Katanga D3 is 1660 homozygous.
So does she have the allele number 17? Does not have 17.
B3 is
Does not have 17, just 16
16 or more.
homozygous.
She does not have. He does not have.
Would I be correct to say that the sample you used for Patricia Akwanzi is 682Y23S005?
That's correct.
Akwanzi is
682Y23S005. Can you look at her profile?
Yes.
At D3, which is the first marker?
This is 1516 heterozygous.
So you can confirm she does not have that allele number
1516
16.
heterozygous, and she does not.
Allele 17. Allele code. So it wouldn't be outrageous to suggest that that DNA does not belong to Henry Katanga, Mole Katanga, or Patricia Akwanzi.
That is not accurate.
Does that 17 belong to any of them?
That you're looking at one position out of 25.
I'm talking about the 17. I'm talking about that one position.
The 17 allele code is at position B3.
Answer my question. The allele called 17 at D3 does not belong to Henry Katanga, Mole Katanga, or Patricia Kakwanza
That is true.
on the trigger and trigger house.
That is true.
It is true. What is that?
That the allele called 17 does not belong to Henry Katanga, Mole Katanga, and Patricia Kakwanza.
Are you called?
At that position,
Does not belong to Patricia.
Mole Katanga, Henry Katanga, and Patricia
Patricia who?
Kakwanza. It is there on the electrophoreograph. You can also confirm that that same allele called 17, while it exists on the electrophoreograph, it is omitted from your table.
yes, it's omitted from the table.
Well, this is
Paragraph.
is omitted by
It's omitted from the table. So would I therefore be right to suggest that your conclusion that you found mixed DNA of 3 contributors is not supported by the data?
The quantitative data supports the hypothesis as stated.
Quantitative, does the data given to this court support the hypothesis that it is an at least 2-person mixture?
From the quantitative assessment, the data supports the proposition that
the quantitative.
From the
Quantitative.
from the quantitative data, the data supports the proposition that the mixed DNA profile,
Assessment.
yes,
The data supports
supports
the
proposition
that
that the mixed DNA profile at least 3 donor contributors,
You have more. Okay.
of at least 3 donor contributors. Is a billion times more likely?
No. Let's answer the question you're being asked. I'm coming to that a billion times. I've asked you, does our data, which you've shown to this court, show us any more than 4 electropherograms?
At that location, you have got 4.
In that location you have got 4.
Yes.
And therefore, on the face of it,
Yes.
those are 2 contributors at least.
That is a qualitative assessment.
That's what I was asking. So, at qualitative assessment, we have 2 contributors.
At least 2 contributors.
At least 2 contributors. It is also correct that there is some DNA on that gun that does not belong to Henry, Molly, or Patricia.
I know there is an allele number 17 and Lucas D3 which does not belong to any of the persons mentioned.
Is
An allele number 17.
at Locust.
D3
Does not.
Belong to Henry Katanga. Molly Katanga. And Patricia Kakwanza.
eshagama eyibashangira hambundenje nibagira ngu bakashangamu eshagama eyabetari y'abantu aba bashatu Henry Katanga, Mori Katanga na Patricia Kakwanza.
quantitative assessment.
Proceeds.
Quantitative assessment.
Yeah, but my question is,
Quantitative assessment. Fluid.
The quantitative assessment also enables us to determine the number of contributors
no, I'm saying after you've established the number of contributors,
at qualitative level.
at whatever level,
There are 2 levels.
you then calculate among your contributors.
Now, after establishing the number of contributors,
Yes. You then establish who is a major and who is a minor.
To determine the minor and major contributor, we determine it at the quantitative assessment.
After you've established the people who contributed, the number of people who contributed to the mixture, you then tell us who is the major one and who is the minor one. That's the question.
At quantitative level, that is true.
At the level of your report.
My report has both a qualitative assessment but also a quantitative assessment which I base on to give my opinion.
so after establishing the number of contributors,
After establishing the number of contributors, you then establish who is a major contributor and who is a minor contributor.
Yes, my lord, at the quantitative level.
who is the minor? Major. At quantitative.
At the quantitative level for all locations tested.
Now, would I be right to say that that is the stage at which you coin your 2 hypotheses?
The
So the answer is yes.
within the 2 sets of hypotheses which are advanced, as stated in the report.
We are embedded in the
Quantitative assessment. The final quantitative assessment has the 2 hypotheses,
okay, they are within. Okay.
and they are in the report.
And when I look at your report at page 26, for the trigger and trigger house. You have hypothesis HP and hypothesis HD. Is that correct?
Yes, my lord.
No, that's on page 26. Page 26
of
of the DNA report, the prosecution exhibit.
the, yes, you have, I have what?
There's two hypotheses. Hypothesis HP and hypothesis HD.
Small d.
Yes. But yes, small p and small d. And would I be right to say that HP means hypothesis for the prosecution?
Yes, my lord, we advance to such hypothesis.
Would I be
for
right to
position
say
and
hypothesis says hypothesis HP means hypothesis for the prosecution?
yes, we term
Thank you.
it as
Thank you.
a position hypothesis, and the alternative is the defense hypothesis.
So hypothesis HD is the hypothesis of the defense.
Yes, that's the one that we advanced.
And you can confirm
Why HD?
the hypothesis of the defense. And you can confirm that at no point did you consult the defense for its hypothesis for the case, correct?
My lord, it was not possible. These are hypotheses which we determined.
So the defense hypothesis was made up in the lab.
Yes, my lord. And also the position hypothesis.
Both hypotheses.
Yes.
You were in touch with the prosecution. Given the answer which you've just given, sounds like it has come from the prosecution. But now I want us to go to, he didn't consult the defense. I want us to go to how you determine the major and minor contributor. Would I be correct to say you use the Euroformix software?
The data is available in the report, my lord.
No. Would I be correct to say you use the Euroformix software to determine who is major and who is minor?
That's correct, my lord.
So can you take us? So let's first record that. We use the Euroformix software to determine who is major and who is minor. The major contributor and who are the minor contributors. Kindly take us to that will be, would I be correct to say that's on an extra 4 of your report?
Yeah, that's part of an extra for my lord.
So, and we have a challenge, we don't have page numbers.
An extra.
An extra.
My lord, I request for a 2-minute gentleman to give an instruction to my team.
Yeah.
It's 2 minutes.
Maybe in the meantime we can be having a translation.
Okay.
Next. How's this?
kugira ngo bashangize omukishagama ebiri aha mbumbire erimeshagama namba 15 ebetereshagama ya Henry Katanga ya Mori Katanga na Patricia Nkwanza hati bariyo nibenda kureba nibatanza bata shagama eningi na nenche akwakozesa kyoma ki tanza mutwahika.
So I think Manu, we are going to go to our next 4 of the DNA report. but they are not page numbered. I don't know, ours is not page numbered, I think. Or yours is numbered. What's the number?
Okay.
We're looking in particular for the calculation for the trigger. Now when you turn that, mine ours is not page number, then I'll just look at it. Maybe we have to just count the pages. Maybe I can get sure.
Okay, I'm going to go to the report.
Yes, and then the page I'm going to my dot, maybe if I can get it. The one of the trigger is not there. It's if I could.
But we are numbered.
Ours are not.
I know they can help to show you.
Yeah, okay. But we, there is 6, actually I don't know.
Ours are not numbered, my lord.
Okay, if I could get. You put in.
Yes, and
So you just mentioned the page is numbered. What page is that?
I wrote the annexes are not numbered.
Oh, it's here. So I hope you also.
my lord, just so we're on the same page, it says this is a generated report from Euroformix version 3.2.0. In brackets, Euroformix 3.2.0, our version 4.0.5, user Montesi, created on the 11th of November 2023, 1653. Data, selected kit VFP, selected population VFP UG, evidence 6H2Y23S019. Are we on that same page? With you? Would I be correct to say that this in particular is the mixture analysis by the software of the mixture of the trigger?
Yes, for specimen
For the trigger and trigger house.
trigger and trigger house.
Requires
Specimen 682 or 23S.
So that's the Euroformix report, my lord.
So down there,
Euroform, that's what it is. Oh, you know the page.
My lord, you just have to rely on the number up there, which is 6, the sample number, the evidence number, which is 6H2 Y23S019. 6H2
523.
Y23S019,
Yeah, we already defined it.
which is the trigger and trigger house. Would I be correct to say that after the word data, there's markers,
Yes, there are markers in there.
and those markers are the DNA locations we've been using?
Those are the DNA locations for which the system is able to do an analysis. Where it says markers.
So there's the word, there's data, selected STR kit, selected population, evidence, and then markers.
So these are the ones.
Yes, the ones we have been talking about from throughout. These are the locations. D3, VWA. Now I want us to jump model options. I want us to jump optimization settings. And I want us to go to a heading titled Hypothesis HP.
Yes.
And this is the prosecution hypothesis.
This is a hypothesis that we advance for the prosecution, that all the
Yeah.
persons.
That's okay, you've answered the question. And it has 3 contributors.
Those are the contributors.
And it has given that, and it has given for each of them. So the contributors are 682Y, 682Y23S004, 68Y23S005.
Yes, that's correct.
And that is Henry Katanga, Mole Katanga, and Patricia Kapanza.
Yes, my lord.
Henry Katanga is 001, Mole Katanga is 004, and Patricia 005. Then, after hypothesis HP, you have hypothesis HD.
Yes, yes, my lord.
And for that one, the known contributor is just 682Y23S001.
That is the known contributor is S001, and the known non-contributor S001, S005.
So that is
This is the so-called hypothesis for the defense.
but this contributor is called.
This 001 is Henry Katanga, 6H2Y23S001.
Then the others are called.
Non-contributors, so he removed them from the sample. He assumed they didn't contribute. None, non-contributors, NON. They did not contribute. That is what it means.
My lord, the correct wording is you have 2 sets of hypotheses.
No. We're just understanding what this means down here.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to explain.
Hypothesis HD, you have number of contributors, you have 3. Non-contributor, S001. That is Henry Katanga.
I would request to explain what the
You'll get a chance to explain. Well, you're just answering my questions, please.
Okay. Let me go through this.
Yes, madam.
Because of the known
Yes, for the prosecution hypothesis.
contributor is 22Y235001.
Yes.
So what are the other?
So for the defense hypothesis, you have 1 known contributor and 2 other unrelated and tested. So when we indicate here 004 and 005, it means we have got them out and replaced them with 2 unknown individuals untested in the population. That is what the normative means.
Yes, the others are
So we can just say that there's 1 known.
unknown.
These are 2 unknown, unrelated, untested individuals.
Okay, we are there.
Then you go to estimates under HP. Is it fair to say that this is your calculation of their contributions to the mixture?
That is not correct, my lord.
What it is this estimates under HP is your estimates.
The system decides the estimates are under both hypotheses, one for the prosecution, the other one for the defense.
We are on this one for the prosecution.
Oh, yes, Colonel.
Yeah. Now, under the hypothesis for the prosecution,
Yes.
the system is estimating how much those three people contributed.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, no, that's now, yeah. Contributed. This raise under HP.
Yes. Estimates under HP. Yes, can you confirm, that was my next question, my lord. Can you confirm that C1 means contributor 1 and that is Henry Katanga?
Yes, one here is the person who was being issued.
Just give us is it ever Katanga?
Yes, that's the specimen number for Henry Katanga, S01.
No, C1.
C now.
C1.
Then you see two.
C1 is Henry Katanga. C2 is Mole Katanga.
Is that true?
That's correct, my lord.
And C3 is Patricia Katanga.
That's correct, my lord.
And the results are, for Henry Katanga, he contributes 0.38687.
That's the maximum likelihood estimate, and if you put it in percentage, that is about 38%.
Okay, so let's put it in percentage so we can record it easier. Would it be correct to say that for Henry Katanga, he contributed 38.687%?
38.687% plus or minus 3.27.
No, I'm coming to plus or minus. Let's first deal with what we are seeing. He contributed 38.687%.
That is the contribution attributed to Henry Katanga.
38.687%.
98. 687%.
Yes.
Plus or minus.
No, we'll come to plus or minus. Don't volunteer information you're not being asked.
It is on the record.
Yes, I'm coming to it. Would I be correct that Mole Katanga contributed 43.1%?
Yes, that is 43.1% plus or minus 2.3.
We'll come to that plus or minus, don't worry. Just answer what you're being asked. Limit yourself.
Yeah, the statement.
Limit yourself.
My lord, the statement.
I'll ask about it. Don't be impatient. Don't be impatient. So Mole Katanga contributes 43.1%.
One.
And C3.
C3 is 212%. So the difference between Mole Katanga's contribution and Henry Katanga's contribution is about 4%.
Yes, that's correct.
And it might be correct to say that for each contributor percentage that the Eurocomics output provides, there is also a standard error provided.
Yes.
Thank you. So for each contributor percentage, there is also a standard error provided. would I be correct to say that this standard error gives us the range of uncertainty in the contributor percentage?
No, that's not true.
It's not true that it gives us a range of uncertainty. It gives us a margin of error.
Yes.
So the first you're saying that
It does not give us a range of uncertainty, but it gives us a margin of error.
For the computation.
Sounds to me like a distinction without a difference between it.
gives that the difference.
Gives us,
No, that's not margin error. That's why they put the standard error.
it's not true, he says that it gives us the range of uncertainty, but that it gives us instead a margin of error.
bagamba kamutanda okutandisa okuba atungire eshagama enyingi okukira hali enkye bagira ngu bakakozesa ekyoma ekibakweta aerofomax software kikareeta bakagira Henry Katanga bakamuhereze bashusha nkwaza amaheka gatano then bagira ngu
Let's
Yeah, wait to figure out.
we shall assist.
The difference between those two of focus. And that is what we are talking about now.
Yes. Now, can you hold, when I look at the Eurocomics, there is something called std.err.
That is standard error.
That is standard error.
Where is that?
My lord, where you have estimates under HP. Now, that standard error, would I be correct to say it's that other number near the 0.38? So in the case of Henry Katanga, that standard error is 0.032, but since we're doing percentages, would I be correct to say that standard error is 3.276%?
When you're reporting errors, you report plus or minus 3.276.
I'm saying I'm just getting the figure first before we reach plus or minus. Would I be correct to say that the standard error there is 3.276%?
Plus or minus 3.276.
Okay, it's plus or minus 3.276%.
C1
Yes.
is 0.
The error is 3.276%. So if I were to have a heading and say Henry Katanga, and I would say he contributed 38.67%, then I would say plus.
Or minus.
I want to do the numbers. I want to see what his highest can be, and I want to see what his lowest can be, because that's giving us a range.
Yes. That's correct.
So let's do the numbers. Would I be correct to say that the highest number Henry Katanga could have contributed could have been 41.963%?
Yes, that is 41 point. If you add 38 to the other 3.2, you get 41.
Oh, no. 41.963%. Let's be exact.
That's correct.
No, I am adding plus or minus.
Yes.
So I want, and what is the minus?
Establish the lower bound and upper bound.
So the upper bound, would I be correct to say it is 41.963%?
That is the addition.
Yes. 41.963%. If we add 38.687, apologies, my lord, 41.963.
That is the upper.
That's the upper bound.
Then,
I need you just to confirm it, my lord.
is it contained?
Yes, my lord.
How do you contain?
I read I calculated it before.
That is 41.963.
Yeah, that is the one.
That's the upper bound.
And the lower bound would be 35.411.
Is it?
35.411%.
So we have 35.411.
Yeah, that's the one.
Taka kwanza, standard error,
What is it?
those two. Let's deal with those two, because Patricia is. I've done Henry.
Yeah, that is over there.
I've done Henry. Let us do Mole only.
Yes, then you go for it.
So, would I be correct to say that the standard error for Mole is 2.368%?
Yes, that's correct, man.
368%.
It is,
2.368%. Does that mean that the highest Mole could contribute would be 45.468%?
That's correct.
the contribute would be,
45.468%. 68%. Be correct to say that the lowest Mole can contribute $40.732%.
Yes, that's correct, man.
40.
Yes.
Point,
732%.
and who are the, that's,
Yes.
uh,
So,
that is statement.
so would I be right to say that Henry's highest can be 41.96% and Mole's lowest can be 40.7%?
Where did you get 49 from, man?
41.963.
That
It's
is
the one we call it the upper.
Yes.
Yes, that's the upper bound.
For Henry.
Yes, when
That's the highest.
Let's use the same words for you.
Yes.
The upper bound for Henry.
The upper bound for Henry could be 41.963%. And the lower bound for Mole will be 40.732%.
That's all.
40.732%.
that's the lower bound for
Mole.
40.
0.732%. So according to this software, would I be right to say that the software is distance of each other, but it is even possible that Henry could have contributed more DNA than Mole?
That's not true, my lord.
Is it telling you that they are within striking distance of each other?
It only tells me they are about 4 percentage points apart.
But when you plus or minus,
You have to apply the upper bound and lower bound to both specific.
yes, I'm saying that's
Simultaneously.
No, it's a margin of error. You could be wrong, otherwise it would be the same margin.
The
Otherwise it
analysis,
would be the same margin.
my lord,
Otherwise it would be the same margin. The fact is we could have contributed 41%. Is that correct? Could Henry have contributed 41%? That's the question. No, I'm asking about Henry. Could Henry have
the upper bound for Henry Katanga is 41.963%. His lower bound is 35.411%.
No. Just answer the questions I'm asking you.
Now,
Is it possible
this man will not say what he doesn't do. we have another way of doing it.
Okay, but let me think another way.
I'm not here, but if I am.
My lord, let me just ask you again. Would I be correct to say, that Henry could have contributed 41.963%? It's possible.
It's possible because it's the upper bound.
What?
41.960%.
Yeah.
And would I be also be Mole could have contributed 40.732%.
He's putting the lower bound for Katanga.
Yes. Could I be correct to say that according to the system, Mole could have contributed 40.732%?
Yes, that's correct, my lord.
So, would I also be correct to say that the contributor percentages of Henry and Mole of each other?
Yes, I think about 4%.
They are within striking distance of each other. The contributor percentages of striking distance of each other. Now, if you could go with me back to your report, in particular, if you could go with me to page 26 of your report.
Yes.
That's page 26 of your report. Yes, for the thing of the DNA report.
Look at
26 or 40. This one. The bottom, where it says the results of this analysis support hypothesis HP. And then you say at the quote, in this regard, it is more than 1 billion times likely, not 1 billion times more likely contributed more DNA than Henry.
My lord, the data is 1 billion times more likely if Katanga is the major contributor.
No. My question. Answer here, listen to my question. Is it a lie? Contributor 1 billion times that is it a lie to say that it is 1 billion times more likely that Mole contributed more DNA than Henry when they are in such striking distance of each other?
A major is a major, a minor is a minor.
No. That's what you
told you. Once it is a major, the term they use is 1 million times more likely. I think it's a technical term.
No, my lord, he has thousands in his report.
Unless they are,
He has thousands.
there are others we could use.
My lord, he has skipped all the way to the end of the analysis.
Okay, let's go slow, but at my pace with my questions. Start from the beginning of the analysis. Since you are complaining that I have skipped to the end. And look now at the beginning of the analysis, which is G. Yeah? You are saying DNA of at least 3 contributors is obtained. You read it, read that paragraph, G.
Is it the same thing?
Yes, paragraph G.
The mixed DNA profile of at least 3 donor contributors obtained from mixed beads. Level 4, specimen 682Y23S01, swapping from the trigger and the trigger house of the pistol was examined using the following set of hypotheses. The first hypothesis, the deceased Henry Katanga, the suspects Mori Katanga and Patricia Kakwanza are donor contributors. And the alternative, which is the defense hypothesis, the deceased Henry Katanga and two untested individuals from the Galan population who are unrelated to suspects Mori Katanga and Patricia Kakwanza are donor contributors.
So stop there. In this hypothesis, is there anywhere where you're testing if Mole is a major contributor?
This is the outcome of the analysis.
No. Answer my question. In this hypothesis here, is there anywhere where you're testing if Mole is the major contributor?
That's how we set the hypothesis.
Where? Show me. Then you have two hypotheses.
Yes.
The first one says Henry, Mole, and Patricia are donor contributors.
That is how we set the hypothesis.
Does it anywhere say Mole is a major contributor?
I don't know at the time I'm setting the hypothesis.
Would I be correct to say that your billion times is that these three are contributors as opposed to the three in the next hypothesis? And your figure of a billion has nothing to do with who is major and who is minor.
The figure of a billion, my lord, comes from the maximum likelihood estimate for the likelihood ratio, which is on the second page under LR all markers.
No. You see, Mr. Kumiru, don't try and answer questions in a way that dodges them.
My lord, just ask where I get the 1 billion.
No.
The billion.
I have told you, is there a billion times about which of the two hypotheses is correct? Is that what the billion times is about?
From the analysis,
Is there a billion times about which of the two hypotheses is correct? It is a yes or no answer. Don't start telling me about
it is
it.
correct.
That I am correct.
I am correct in as far as
The question is there a billion times about the two hypotheses? Yes.
a billion times.
It's about the two hypotheses.
Yes.
It has nothing to do. Okay. By saying, are you conversant with the term prosecution fallacy?
Yes, I am.
Can't I read it screaming out of this page at me?
My lord, the opinion from the results.
Can I read a prosecution fallacy here?
Yes, you read it.
No, I'm saying, is it there?
No, it's not there.
But you're familiar with the term.
The billion times is to the evidence, which is in the analysis.
Isn't it correct, Mr. Mubiru, that the way you have phrased this sentence is actually contradiction?
No, it's not.
While you are comparing which of the two hypotheses is correct,
Yes.
you then insert Mole is a major contributor, which is not in the original hypothesis. It is an answer to an unasked question.
My lord, can I explain?
By showing us,
That's the way it's putting it.
Yes.
you can answer.
Yes, my lord. So from the likelihood estimate, the maximum likelihood estimate, we have the maximum likelihood estimate, log 10 likelihood ratio, under the LR all markers.
That is a likelihood estimate.
My lord,
My question.
I am
Is
explaining.
that
my
a
lord.
likelihood
My lord, I
estimate?
just to explain.
You put it to
So when the solution is given to you that likelihood estimate is 37, which is 10 to the power 37, 10 to the power 37 is more than a billion times, if you look at the figures. So that means that the proposition which is being supported is the prostitution proposition. Now when you look at the estimates which were given by the system under the prostitution hypothesis, you can clearly see who is the major contributor and who is the minor contributor.
So now, before you submit, you are saying the billion is supporting the prosecution hypothesis.
Yes, my
Can
lord.
you kindly read to this court what that hypothesis is?
Yes. The deceased Henry Katanga, the suspects Mori Katanga and Patricia Kakwanza are donor contributors.
So it's, your hypothesis has nothing there about major and minor. Would I be correct to say that?
Yes, from the results I can tell who is a major and who is a minor.
No. Would I be correct to say that the prosecution hypothesis in G1 says nothing about major and minor?
It talks about donor contributors.
Does it talk about major and minor?
No, my lord.
Thank you.
Then this is the Henry Katanga, the suspect model Katanga, donor contributor.
Yes, my lord.
Then you sort of linked by saying that what?
He introduces new things into the hypothesis. It is a billion times more. Would I be correct to say that the software is saying it is a billion times more likely that the prosecution hypothesis is correct and the defense hypothesis is wrong?
It supports the prosecution hypothesis.
That
Supports the prosecution hypothesis.
that
And supports the defense hypothesis.
and the prosecution hypothesis is who the contributors are.
Yes, it is asking the deceased, the suspects, and donor contributors.
Thank you. I want to move to magazine. Should catch up. Shall we prefer like how we're preaching Mr. Mani?
Sorry, can I write that last answer?
Yes, my lord.
Where was it?
He has said that the prosecution hypothesis is that the deceased Henry Katanga, the suspects Mole Katanga, and
Can
Patricia
you give it yourself, sir?
Kwanza are donor
The
contributors.
prosecution,
So the data supports the prosecution hypothesis.
Which is
The prosecution hypothesis was set as the deceased Henry Katanga, the suspects Mori Katanga, and Patricia Katanga are donor contributors.
so is that what is supported?
yes.
It supports the prosecution hypothesis and their estimates given in the analysis.
So my lord, I now want to move to the magazine.
Magazine. Okay. What is that?
The magazine is 682Y23S017. And the hypothesis for the magazine can be found at page 25. Go to page 25 of the
What is that?
23S017. Magazine. Now, if you could kindly go to the table at page 45, or do your audit. So we're looking at three documents: your report, and page, and this, and the electrical forms. So if we could start on the report, which is at page 25. You claim that there are three profile exhibit labeled 41 specimen 682Y23. That according to your report, the magazine is a three-person mixture.
From the quantitative analysis, the data shows that the mixed profile is of at least 3 donor contributors. Quantitative analysis.
The report.
The report.
Yes.
It's a three-person mixture.
At least 3 donor
At least 3 donor contributors.
The magazine.
Yes. Now, we go to the magazine at page 45. I know this is the color. That is, it's also gray, 682Y23, the 17 from the top. Can you just find for us any allele that any location where there are more than 4 alleles?
Find any line.
There is none. This is the table annexed to the color copy table at page 45 of the report.
Annexure to what?
Annexure 2 to the DNA report.
Actually,
Page 45. He's looking at sample 6H2Y, H2Y, 23S017. 23S017. Which is the magazine. And he's looking for more than 4 alleles at a single location. Have you found more than 4 alleles at a single location?
No, there's none.
So, on the face of it, this is a 2-person list. At least.
One can impute at least 2 donor
There are at least 2 donor contributors. I want you to now go to the electroparagraph, page 38. That is D5. Page 38 would be sample 6H2Y23S017. No. No, D5 depends on exhibit 5. And we are looking at 6H2Y23S017. And again, can you find any location with more?
I wrote from the level, I don't have anything more than 4 codes.
Well, we don't have anything more than 4 allele codes. The allele codes.
On the electrophoregram, I don't have allele codes more than 4 at each person.
I don't have more than
4 allele codes at each person, at each location.
Now, I want you to look in particular at
Yes, you have to do it.
But maybe I want you to look in particular at FGA. You can find for us FGA, which is on page 38.
Yes.
You see it?
Yes, I see.
Same page where you are, my lord. So FGA is on the bottom half, then it is the third box. You can see it?
Yes, my lord.
Let's confirm what's the alleles which are there.
We have alleles 22, 23, 25, and 27.
What is exactly that?
FGA, my lord. FGA is right here. It's the bottom one. It is 1, 2, 3. It's the third one. Right at the bottom.
Yes, it's there. You have how many?
He has 22, 23, 24, and 27.
Alleles, eh?
Yes, 4 alleles, and he has listed 2.
23, 25, and 27.
Please stay with that electrophoregram and kindly go to our color table. And FGA. FGA is the 9th from behind. It's the 9th from the back at the top. FG. See?
Yeah,
You see it?
that is on the table.
This is the color table, annexure 2. Page 45. Can you confirm that all those alleles appear there?
Yes, I see 23, 22, 23, 25, and 27.
And look for S107. So we're looking at FGA, and then we have done that the sample 6823, 6823, 682, Y23017, and then we are looking for FGA there. It's gray. It's under. It's a gray color.
Yeah.
22, 23, 25, and 27. 25.
22, 23, 25, and 27, my lord.
At FGA. And number 17.
Why was the number? Okay, so you see number 20.
22, 23, 25, and 27. They appear on the table and in the electrophoregram. Now, I want you to go to the profile of Henry Katanga. Still at FGA.
What is that?
That is the very first one. 6H2Y23 S001. 682Y23S001. The very first one.
Yes.
At FGA. Just confirm if Henry Katanga has 25.
FGA for Henry Katanga is 2427.
So is there a 25?
There is no 25.
Number 4. There is no 25.
It's fair to say that the allele 25 was not contributed by Henry Katanga.
Yes, that's fair. That's at location FGA.
Allele 20.
5 was not contributed by Henry Katanga at location FGA.
I want you to look at Mole Katanga, which is 682Y23S004.
Mole Katanga at FGA is 2223.
Let's just go slow. We'll hold it together.
S004.
S004. At FGA, does Mole Katanga contribute allele 25?
My lord, Mole Katanga does not contribute allele 25 at location FGA.